What's happening, YouTube? It's K Mega 405 live from the 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. So I want to give you my thoughts and impressions on Quantum Break. Again, I don't do reviews because that's kind of weird to me. I think everybody has their own type of taste, preferences. So I just give you what my thoughts are on the game and then just let you go on it from there. But for a new IP, there's always things that's definitely important. One is definitely got to be the story, two, gameplay, and three, graphics. And if they hit any of the two, then most likely it's a success. Well, and that's mostly basically just going by if you got a good story and good gameplay, then the game is solid to me. So with Quantum Break, when we first seen this on E3 a couple of years ago, we looked and we was like, oh man, this game looks amazing. But of course, the naysayers, and even me, I'm not even going to lie and say that I thought that the game was going to look good as it showed at E3. Like, I was like, come on. And so we all thought it was kind of like the Watch Dogs thing. It was on some kind of high-end PC, and you know, when the game comes, it was going to be downgraded. Well, after a delay, and this game is here, I'm actually proud to say that this game looks amazing. It looks just like, if not sometimes better than when it first came out, because of course there's different actors. There was the one guy that was in there. I have no idea what his name was, but then they changed him out for Sean Ashmore, and he plays as one of his big roles that I remember seeing him in was in X-Men, playing as Iceman. But, you know, and I like the character. I think the character is really cool. You know, I even actually kind of dig the fact that they changed actors. Don't know what the reason of it was, but still. But the game itself is for a new IP, it took a lot of risks. And I have to give Microsoft a lot of credit for because this game had to cost a hell of a lot of money. I mean, a lot of bread, because they not only made this graphical marvel, but they also have taken old elements that used to try to play out in old school games back in the 90s. Back, like, I can remember playing games on the Sega CD or on the PC was with like Wing Commander, where they had like the movie thing going on and they had the gameplay. And then you had games like Sewer Shark and Night Trap, where they had all those type of games where you had the movie element and you mix it in with the gameplay. I mean, those are old school ideas that have seemed to be reborn and taken it to a whole nother level. Now for the story, it kind of reminds me of The Matrix. When I first went and seen The Matrix, I had to go see it again because it completely confused me. Now, I know there's smart people out there that seen it right off the bat and then they knew what was going on. I had an idea, but I needed to go back. And that's something that this story, if you just try to go in and run through it, not pay attention to the story, you're definitely going to have to go back into it, because it is a good story. It is deep. It goes a lot deeper. It really try to draw you in to believe that this is a real world and that this is really going on. And that's all that you want in a story. I mean, I love BioShock Infinite because they took chances and risks, and this story takes chances and risks to not want to be a casual game. It's deep, and I really like that about this story. It's really deep. It goes over your head sometimes if you don't pay attention to it. So that's a winner for me as well. Also, the acting on the television show aspect of it, it's, to me, one of those things where it would be a show that would definitely be on Sci-Fi Channel, or it would be on the CW. It's, you know, or definitely like on the primetime channels. It would be like that 7 o'clock start. You know, it's not on the level of like The Blacklist or anything like that, but it is kind of like on that level of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. It has some good special effects. The acting is solid. In most cases, the two people to me that steals the show part of it is Hutch and Paul, which is you know, Paul is Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, or his real name is Aidan Gillian, and then there's Lance Riddick that played in The Wire, and he played also in John Wick, and you know, those two kill it. You know, right now that Hutch which is the dude from The Wire. He's over there talking to her name is Jacqueline Ponale. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Penal, something like that. I just think she's cute as hell, but that's why I just took that clip. But no, they really bring out the show, and then the other actors in there are pretty good. I like the action guy. He's kick ass. But for a video game to present a full-length show, and these shows, and it goes by your direction of how you do it, it changes. So basically, if you make a decision, the show is going to change for the direction of where you went. And so it's definitely awesome because it gives you a lot of replay value to where you want to come back and want to see what the other options were. So, you know, I'm still on my first playthrough. I'm almost done with it. I think this game is solid as hell. It is a great new IP, and kudos to Microsoft and Remedy to push out this game, because we're in a era of indies, and again, there's nothing wrong with indies, but we just don't get enough new IPs, you know. And I think that, you know, everybody's kind of downsizing to want to go to the mobile market, things like that, and to see new IPs and to take these risks. You know, you can't say enough about what these guys what they guys did with this. This is on another level, in the form of making a game that looks this good, has great controls, has a great story, and to make it, you know, to take the risk that it's a new IP and then it could flop. But, you know, good news, it's number one in the UK under all platforms. That was just reported yesterday, which is awesome news, which means that it's going to sell here too in the US. So I'm happy for the success, and hopefully that'll continue, so we could definitely get a solid sequel to this, because it needs to be done, and it changes gaming. You know, it takes it to brand new heights, you know, where when you play games like this, it gives you that sense of why we love triple A's, and, you know, and why we don't have, why gamers like me, for instance, want more triple A's, want the games to look like this and to be push the boundaries, you know. So that's the one thing about it that I definitely hope that people go out and support, you know, Remedy, because they don't bring anything whack to the table ever, and this is just another solid game that they have in their catalog of games that is just solid. So, you know, go check it out, definitely. So go support it. Now, with all the positive things being said, let's get to the negative, because just with every game that has always it has, you know, great positive things to talk about, there's always negatives, and the main negative right now is the Windows 10 version. I have not got my Windows 10 version. I'm in the process of going to call Microsoft and see what's going on. I know they said to 7 to 10 days, but, you know, I pre-ordered it 2-3 weeks before the game came out, so, you know, I expect to get everything that you tell me that you're going to bring. But I'm also hearing that the PC side has got a lot of problems, a lot of bugs, it's broken. Now, of course, there's a lot of trolls out there that say that, you know, the game doesn't look good, it looks like trash. They even on 4K it's fuzzy, just silly stuff like that really makes no damn sense. Because as you see in the visuals right here, this is pushing on the X1. You know, there's no fuzziness or anything. This is just proper gameplay, and just a proper looking game. But, you know, still, Microsoft, I understand that you're trying to pull something out with this Windows 10, and I look forward to buying more games from Windows 10 for my PC. But if you have to delay it, just delay it. Don't force it out. You know, I think that, you know, you should learn from the mistakes of what happened with Halo Master Chief. If you come with an ambitious, you know, project, sometimes it might take some time to be delayed in order to make it right. So only thing this do is just add more fuel to the fire for Microsoft haters to just make this seem like, you know, this is the norm. And with a game this good and this polished, this powerful, you know, you want everything to be perfect. So that really being said, that's the main negative that I do have. I'm speaking for the PC community because, hey, you know, they wanted to try it out on the PC first and wanted to have it pushed all to the max, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it is one of these problems that definitely needs to be fixed. But it also shows that in the PC market, they don't get the games at its full potential, you know, from the companies, you know what I'm saying, because like the consoles do. I mean, look at what happened with Batman and Watch Dogs and countless other games. Mortal Kombat X is a mess. I'm glad I didn't get the chance to buy that game on PC. So, you know, it's just that same thing that PC gamers need to get that same love and respect, and maybe they wouldn't pirate stuff so much. But that's just one of the negatives out of many, many positives. So I hope to hear what your thoughts are. Hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. Peace.